Today's Friday, it's the 28th of March 2025. We're back down in Palmanova because Anita's got an appointment today for nails, hammers and nails. Oh no, just nails. Anyway, let's go. And we've seen a lot of these posters, not just here in Palmanova, but all over the island in different parts. There's quite a few circuses, or there seems to be quite a few circuses here. And well, there's one being advertised. We've seen one, looks very interesting actually, on the road towards the airport, just past the cathedral, with lots of really old vehicles outside. Looks quite an interesting place. And well, the grandchildren, they've been to one in Majorca. But the circuses, when they come, they spend a few days in the different towns and move around. So it looks as though there's lots of them, but there are several. I don't know how many. So on the island at the moment. And well, has the weather turned a corner? It's certainly a lot more pleasant today. The wind's dropped a little. There is still a bit of a breeze, and the temperature's beginning to rise. It's 9:53 in the morning. Anita's appointment's at 10 o'clock. And that says 21 degrees across the road there. 21 degrees, is it 21 degrees? And this looked like fun. It's Batman. It's Robin. There's still more of them. I'm not sure if there's anywhere in Palmanova or Majorca that rents those out. They usually come from Pagara, yeah. And you see them, a couple of shops in Pagara that rent them out. Before we go to the nails place, Anita's going to drop into the Lion's charity shop. She's got more
clothes you've grown out of.
More of my clothes, yeah. I keep growing out of these clothes. Well, they grow out of me. They're just way too big for me now. So that's good news, and we can do a bit for charity. Always fascinating places to have a rummage around. And you never know, might find a bargain. Or a pair of my old trousers.
Are there?
I don't know. Never like to see that ambulance dashing to some emergency. Hopefully everyone's okay. And this is La Bella, that's where Anita's going, and looks like she's a bit early because they're not even open yet. Good luck. So while Anita's in there, I'll just go for a little wander. I'm going to be coming later on today. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning yet, but we're coming for lunch. Little group of us, I think about 8 of us coming for lunch today, and that's all organised through the 41 Club. The 41 Club, for those of you not so familiar with it, is an extension of Round Table for young men in the UK. And it has spread a little bit overseas, but it's mostly UK, I think. I was never a member of Round Table. But obviously it's only for people up to 40, and then once they go beyond that, then they have to leave. So they started this 41 Club. There's the pizzetta. It's all changing, it's all going. Still lots of work to be done though. And yeah, it's basically it's an organisation that gets people together, men together, and they do a little bit of work for community and for charities. So it's one thing that's coming up this weekend is a sponsored walk which is being organised for a local charity here on the island, and 41 Club are not organising it, but they are participating and helping and supporting it, both financially and through actual assistance with things like the barbecue, marshalling on the sponsored walk and the other activities. So yeah, there's always lots of things like that. There's what looks like a very serious swimmer in the sea over there. There's only one person in the sea, and not many more people actually on the beach. It's a little bit early yet, but it's a bit cool first thing, but it's going to be quite pleasant, I think, today. There are some high clouds, but I'm guessing they will gradually just drift away. And I'm not sure I mentioned it, but we're going to Mai Tai across the road there for our lunch. They do a menu, tasting menu of the day. It's you have a go at a couple of different courses, and it's really quite reasonable. 17 euros, 18 euros. Maybe I should walk on that side, cross over again, because one of the big things that's been going on along here is they've been redoing the pavement, and that work is now very nearly finished. So the pavement area here has all been done. This has been done for a while, but what wasn't finished was the bit where it joins onto the road, and this is will be parking eventually. And well, all the businesses across here, along here, have been suffering with dust while all of this has been going on. It's not quite finished, it just needs a little bit of cleaning up, I think. More or less it's finished. So don't anticipate this taking much longer, and they really need to get it done in the next few days, because people will be arriving for Easter very, very soon. But I think that now is actually done along there. Just needs cleaning up. I guess that will happen today. This is the Fergus Hotel. Here it's still actually laying some more of these stairs. I think it looks like they might have had to lift them up and put them down again. The big problem is these trees. Got these huge pine trees, and the roots, they just spread out, and they lift the pavement, so the pavement becomes very uneven. So the restaurants now, most of these now are open. La Cantina, so pretty like tapas. We're down here. A few days ago I spoke to Max, who was saying that in about 4 or 5 days, when nobody had actually touched anything on here, nobody had done any work on this pavement or the road. Well, good news, Max, they're doing it now, and hopefully your restaurant will be able to benefit from that, which is the Portico. And there's Max sitting in there getting his day organised.
Attends, je veux voir. Là, il y a 5 4. Donc 1, 2, 3, 4.
See the work that's going on here. Can't actually get up there. It looks like they're resurfacing the road that goes up to the Golf Fantasia. I'm going to have to go around here. We've got all the beds out, lots of them, and parasols, and there's actually somebody who's working on there, so I guess if you lie on one you're going to get charged. They've also got safes on them, which has been a great improvement over the last year or two, because they didn't have safes. Well, now they're there, so it's quite useful. It's always been a little bit of concern that you'd be on these beds and you go into the sea and you've got to leave your valuables. I'm just wondering how much further they're going to go up here if the repair works. Carry on a little bit further. I've still got the no parking signs here. Not too bad on that side. I think they may have done the pavement already. And now the supermarket's open. Here's the terrace at Ciro's. They're just getting ready to open. What a spot that is to sit and watch the world go by, and especially on such a calm day today. Not too hot, very pleasant. Well, Natalie's was recommending for us to go to last year, but it closed down, and it's not open at the moment. And there it says they're looking for waiters with experience and speaking English and Spanish. So does that mean it's changed hands, or does that mean they've decided to take it off the market and give it another go? That does happen a lot here. People will speculatively put a bar or another business on the market to see if it sells, and then if it doesn't, they just reopen it for the next season, or may just close it down. But that doesn't stop the bills coming in. If you do close a place down, you've still got your fixed overheads, your rates, bins, electricity, unless you cut it off. If you cut it off, it's going to cost a lot of money to reconnect it. So better really to keep it open. And I do believe that if you close a place like a bar and you don't open it as a bar, and it stays closed for a very long time, then you might lose your license. And you've got to go through the whole process of renewing that. Just noticing that there's an awful lot of work going on in the car park up there as well. That's one which we do use from time to time. It's quite convenient. Just get down into the middle of Palmanova here. Oh, Nova E-Tapa is open again. It's one of our go-to places for tapas. There's a little bit of a square here, as if you've got children and they're just having something to eat down there, and that's quite an interesting place. They've got somewhere to play here. Just wanted to have a look around here. This little square, kids can run around a bit, and it's quite safe. There used to be, at one time, there used to be a bookshop down here. I don't know if I've ever walked down here since the bookshop closed. Is it called the Bookworm? I can't remember. These are private apartments down here, so not going to go any further. And this is the Palmanova Gardens. It's a little bit off the beaten track, but I'm told it's well worth a visit. the hairdressing salon. This is my tapas. Sorry, e-tapa. Nova e-tapa. One of our go-to places. It's right across the road from McDonald's, and I know the one I would choose. So they don't just do tapas, they've got a whole range of different things. But I go for something like that. Have a whole range of different tapas. Different combinations served for 2 people, and that for me is a lunch. So just noticing these, I was thinking it was probably more work that's going to go on here, but it's not. So from the 5th of April we have the half marathon, so this road is closed to parking from 9:30 in the morning till 8:30 in the evening, and it's a half marathon. It does cause a bit of chaos when they do the half marathon here. We had a function a couple of years ago in Palmanova, and well, everyone was trying to get to the function, but the roads were blocked temporarily, and so it was just difficult to get to. Everyone's dressed to the nines, with tuxedos on, and it's not something you can park a long way away and walk to. It's not inconvenient. This is the Tropico, and there's the good news. It's all getting cleaned up and ready. And they will be opening very, very soon. Nice to see it all getting back to life. Anita, of course, will be really appreciating the flowers along here. They look pretty. What a lovely colour. A lovely big terrace here, which is the Tropico beach. Hola, buenas. Pizzas and cocktails. A little bit of painting work, and this on the side here is now like going to be a little bar area, a storage area, which is quite handy. There's another pharmacy. We do have a lot of pharmacies here in Mallorca, and you don't have to walk far before you come across another one. And generally they've got these green signs, and they tell you the time, and if you're lucky they'll tell you the temperature, which sometimes you can rely on and sometimes you can't. It depends. 19 degrees, I think that's about right. It's in the shade. It's when they're in the sun, direct sunlight, and you have to be careful. Because they'll tell you some wild figure, and it's not really that hot. Though in the sun, it quite often can feel very warm. There's a bank with a cash machine. Or next to it, you've got an exchange, which obviously varies day to day with whatever the rates are. Road there. If you go up there and turn left, you end up at the Reverence Mar Hotel. If you're staying there, your room key will allow you access just down here to the right. It's a lift, so you don't have to walk up that big hill. And the Reverence Mar is now open. And she's telling me she went down to that bazaar the other day looking for ice creams or something for the children. Can't remember. Dolphin Bar is back open now. Did look as though it was up for sale again. It's another one of these speculative things. And in the corner down there, which is easy to miss, is actually the entrance to the Reference Mall, which is the hotel behind. It does make it easy to get into the hotel and come right down, right onto the beach. And there's one, look, it's got a Citros Pass for sale. The business is for sale. Compass Studios, these are apartments for rent. And this used to be the Compass restaurant, but it's now part of the Chiringo group. A lot of these now. There's one on the beach just across the road from where I'm standing, and another one further down. The sun is now feeling quite warm, so it's now holiday season.
You see that key there over there?
Still have quite a lot of the Spanish pensioners here on their holidays in Mallorca, and actually yesterday went to see a mason who's on the island, and in fact, what a coincidence, here he is walking up to me now, so I'm just going to say hello. Well, an incredible coincidence. I was just mentioning that I'd been to see a mason, that's Turan. He's all the way from Turkey, for a Turkish mason, and I went to see him yesterday.
Morning.
Good morning. Hi, you right?
First day.
It's not too bad, is it?
Well, hopefully it gets us sunnier.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
We've been open like 1 hour now.
Yeah.
But yeah, first day of the season. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get a good day.
Today's your first day?
Yeah, we opened at 9.
Okay, so there's Reflex, just opened especially for you.
Yeah, DJ tonight from 9, let them know.
Oh, great.
Nice day.
And that's like the biggest screen around. You won't get a bigger screen than that anywhere. And all the sports there. Lots and lots to see. El Tano and Castaway is one of our go-to places, run by a former pupil. So nice to see Turan. He's got a couple more days and then he's going back home to Turkey. Somewhere I've never been to. And I've never really had the inclination to go, but I think actually now, yeah, might be an interesting place. He says his city, which I can't remember the name of, it's got a population of 5 million, and it's not the capital, it's Istanbul. 5 million. And his lodge, where he meets the temple, has got 40 other lodges meeting at the same place. Here in Mallorca, we're a little bit on a smaller scale. So we have a temple, but we only have 5 lodges meeting there in Palma. And we're just coming up to our last meeting of the year. Masonic year, that is. We run from October through to April.
Es que así te lo tomas ahí.
It's the Zell Hotel. Usually when I'm walking, I go on the other side, on the seaside, so a little bit different view today. But they are looking, so they're open now, which is great. Indian restaurant, which there are now quite a few. This is Tandoori Night. Actually had a Christmas lunch in there. not open yet. We're actually going away for a few days soon, and so it'll be interesting to have a look to see what it's like when we come back. But we did go to Taylor's. There's Taylor's across the road. We went there a few days ago for a drink on the way round, and wow, what's going on here? This is Monroe's, and we've got some new signs going up, live music. Going to be all changed there. And this is the new gym here, part of it, for people like me. I think really it's aimed at all sorts of people can use it, but it's somewhere where people like me who need to do a little bit of exercise, you don't have to pay to join a gym. You can just come and have a go on one of these machines. There's different machines. How does that work? Not sure I'd know how to use one of these. There's no seat. I can do that bit, but have I got to support myself? Ooh, I'd do myself some injury there. Oh, there's quite a bit of resistance on this one, just pushing it up. This one, I can do this one, I can sit on there and use your own body weight to propel you backwards. Oh, provide the resistance. That one over there, I'm really curious. There's all the information here, and so I guess to find out what that one is supposed to be used like, I've got the QR code. I can have a go and look at that. But these are all over the place now. We've got these little gyms, little parks for adults, and I just think it's a great move. And I don't know, somehow we need to encourage people like me to make more use of them, or make use of them. And I think that's got to be one of my goals, one of my intentions, get using one of those. Come for a little walk in Palmanova, but in the little walk, let's not walk so far, but have a little go at one of the machines, or set of machines. There's a similar one in Magaluf, and in Peguera, they're all along the seafront. Diana's is undergoing some work. That's the Diana Beach Club bar over there. And then just round here we've got the original, used to be called Lady Di's, now Diana's Grand Cafe, but it's pretty much been closed for the last 5-6 years now, I guess, pre-COVID. It did open for a very, very short spell, but it was a very short spell. And this is the Santa Lucia, the Baleares Santa Lucia. And someone was asking me, what's Baleares? So it's just a hotel chain. And so several of the hotels, particularly here in Palmanova, belong to the Baleares group. So there'll be the Baleares Palmanova, Baleares Palmanova Palace, Baleares Mimosa, the Nova Apartments, and of course this one, which is the Santa Lucia. And Shauna and Claire, that's where they'll be staying this year. I'm getting quite warm now. There's the 3 boroughs already open for morning coffees or whatever you want, really. I'm not going to go much further because Anita's only having her nails done today. Just wanted to see the progress that's been made here at the, well, what used to be the F&C barbecue restaurant, but that's all changed. It's now going to be Turtle Beach, and I can already see significant progress. The floor there now is level and just ready for finishing up, I think. It's going to be good. That's going to be good. Let's cross over. Don't want to get run over by a TUI truck, TUI minibus. This is the San Matias Beach, and that's the San Matias Beach Hotel. Beautiful sandy beach. Some people on it already. Early starters. And it's just so much different today as far as the wind and the weather is. It's still cloudy a little bit, but it's dead calm out there on the sea. We've had really rough weathers recently. No waves at all. That's really dead calm. It's almost mirror-like. Things are still getting set up here. So all the beds, oh no, they're not all out. I was going to say they were all out, but they're not, because at the back there's a whole load of parasols which have not been put up. The poles are there. The front 4 or 5 lines are out. And here, which is where we're going to be able to rent a fun activity on the boat, that's already, it's not finished yet. The buoys will be put out, some already out. They designate the areas where the swimmers are, where boats can and can't go. This is Palmanova getting ready. This is the Santa Lucia swimming pool. That's where the aqua aerobics will be, I'm sure. They do have an indoor swimming pool as well, just over there. And there's the bar outside, and lots of seating. I guess people are still having their breakfast. But lovely, clear blue, clear seas. Just need the clouds to go away now. This looks like a group of Imerso. Spanish pensioners. They've all got the same hat on, so they're all part of the same group. I've just taken a photograph for them, and hopefully it'll come out. This is the restaurant area for Santa Lucia. They're just tidying up after breakfast. I think probably breakfast finishes around 10, and they're now setting the tables for lunch. As the season goes on, it gets warmer. People will sit outside, particularly for lunchtime, I'm guessing, or even in the evening. It'd be very nice to sit outside in the evening. Just got the last few in there having their breakfast. It's the Happy Chinese. This is the beach side of the Diana Beach Club, which is where they were doing the work. I'm actually digging a trench by the looks of things at the back, so I'm sure that'll be all done very, very quickly. And the Barbuda, getting it all set up. Yes, I know people will say, "Oh, it looks very quiet," but it's only just after breakfast, so they're just open. They're not even open yet, or they're just about to open. The Il Chiringo on the beach here is open, and they've got all of their tables out now, and providing a little cafe experience right on the beach. And this is Il Chiringo Kiosco. So I'm guessing it's part of the Chiringo group. So a bit further along, just in the distance there, you can see that's an Il Chiringo. And across the road from there is the Arroteria Chiringo. And then a little bit further down next to the Beehive is another Chiringo. And then this on the left is the Zell Hotel, which is now open, and they've got people staying there, hopefully having a wonderful time. I'm feeling quite warm now. I've put my gilet on. I was nearly put a jumper on, and I thought, no, I'm going for a walk, I won't need a jumper on. I'm very glad I didn't put a jumper on. This is curious now. There's another white box appeared down there. What's that one? And someone carrying some board. And they're already started putting the decking down, so it's easy to walk across the beach. That's a great help if you've got a pushchair or a wheelchair, or even me. I just don't like walking on the sand. I've got shoes on. It's not so bad. I'll take my shoes off. Oh, and there's a group of people doing their exercises on the beach over there, and that's something that really took off during COVID. And we saw lots of people outside doing exercises, and because we've got the beaches, there's these vast open spaces, and when you had to wear masks, beaches were one of the places where you were allowed not to wear a mask as long as you kept your distance. I don't know about you, but COVID just seems to be such a long time away now. It's something in the distant past. And I hope that, because this is when I started making the videos really, it was just at the time that we were allowed to start coming out. And I hope that one of the things the videos do is create a record of those times. So I do see the videos as being a little bit of a social history record. And there's another group of not so young, mature people doing their exercises. Well, not all mature, there's some younger ones in there as well. It's all relative, of course. And that's one of the wonderful things about living in Mallorca, is the outside life, the outdoor life. Most days, I know we've had some really up and down weather recently, but throughout the year, most days, we can come out and go for a walk. In the summer, it becomes difficult because it's just too hot. So you have to come out a bit later, which makes videoing difficult because it's dark. But historically, in the summer, Anita and I have always left the island and gone somewhere else, normally back to see our family in the UK. This year's plans, well, we haven't got them set in concrete yet, but they're gradually coming together. So we've just booked one whole holiday, which, well, no, actually we booked two. But tell you more about those as we get closer to them and as we're actually on them. And I will obviously continue doing the videos when we're away. Anita is particularly excited about one of them. Me too, me too. And the volleyball players are out. Another fantastic exercise. It's not for me, but for those that enjoy it, it's great. Just wonder if I've had any messages from Anita. Nothing yet, so she's still having her nails done. Quite a complicated process, this nails getting done, isn't it? Used to be the day when they got the paint out, nail varnish. I'll probably start with a nail varnish remover and then paint on some other and it'll all be done in 10 minutes. Nah, none of that anymore. It's all become a bit high tech. She has ultraviolet light on them. I'm a bit wary of it. Ultraviolet light can be quite damaging. That's something relatively new, I guess. I noticed when I went to the dentist, I have been recently, some of the things that they use are activated by ultraviolet light. I very rarely do this, going around this way. So I've got to go down these steps. And then walk around the headland in the opposite direction. It's a little bit of a novelty. These apartments here, these are all private apartments. People who've got these, got wonderful views over the beach here. And then I've got a few steps to go up. Can't do it quite like that, but last year I would have struggled to have gone up these steps like this, and certainly by the time I got to the top I would be seriously puffing and panting. And look at that. It's all the difference, isn't it? Losing a few kilos. dog in the sea there, and you can obviously see something swimming around, getting very excited by them. On this side, you look into the areas where the plants are. You've got these wonderful figures, snakes and things, and somebody's done a really interesting job there. There's some more branches that have been brought down here, so I wonder if they're going to do something with those. I find those fascinating. Looks like the ones that were across the road there have gone. Maybe they're planning something new. I don't know anything about those. There's no sort of history to them. Just over there, just go back down towards McDonald's. There's the bridge. I normally walk over that bridge. And then there's a gully down here, leading down to the beach. And then we've got the steps that will take us down to the other promenade. It's just outside Sea Roads. Well, I'm seeing people out in shorts now, and I'm thinking it's the time to break out the shorts. I'm a bit concerned I might not have any shorts that actually fit me anymore. Might have to go shopping again. But, I might save that till I've come back from the UK. There's Tour Renegade. Well, nice to bump into Duran again. The workers here are going to be doing some work. I think they're sorting out the trees, which is always done at this time of the year. They've done all the ones on the road a few weeks ago that come down from the roundabout to the heart, and they've just done these, just trimmed them at the top. They'll be all cleared away before the day's out, I'm sure. And along the front in Palma, they've planted a lot more palm trees. I think that's really what we need to have in Palma and Palmanova is palm trees. It's less of the pine trees, which are more destructive than anything. The Azur is looking quite busy today. Sign of things to come. And I'm guessing when we come back, the parking meters across the road, they're all, they've got a block on them at the moment. You don't use the parking meters, it's free parking. I think when we come back from our little holiday, you'll have to pay for parking. Anywhere where there is a blue line on the floor for parking, just check the restrictions. They are different depending on where you are. So here is different from Palma, which will be different from Poyensa, Alcudia, or anywhere else on the island. I'm almost back to where we started, on the promenade. I've had no messages yet from Anita, so I'm not sure whether she's finished or not. Can't imagine she's taking that long. It's been nearly an hour now. So I'll just make my way up. This is my side. This is where we're going for lunch. I do always enjoy food we have there. So it's got a menu del dia, and you've got a starter and a main course, and it's €17.90. And there's actually a dessert. And a drink. You can choose either a dessert or coffee. I'm sure Anita's going to be trying to persuade me to have the coffee rather than the dessert. I do like an ice cream though. It's one of my guilty pleasures, I think. Just coming up to 11 o'clock. It's been a nice little walk this morning. There's Anita. Is she waiting for me, or is she having her nails dried?
Hello, darling.
How are you doing?
Yeah, finished.
Oh, well done. Well, Anita's had her nails done, and look at that for a colour. Wow!
Nice, isn't it?
She's had it done especially to coincide with my trousers. What do you think?
Should we go for coffee?
Anyway, we're going to go for a coffee now. Well, we just had I've just had a nice walk, and Anita's had a nice relax while she's had her nails done, and we've got a lovely hot coffee, too hot to hold. Cheers, everyone. And that's it for this one, so see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.